Hi, and welcome once again to Stone Soup.
The world according to sci-fi geeks.
I got a pumpkin scone.
And an admirer.
And a friend. I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me. And what could be the use of him? It's more than I can see.
She's a very mean mother. Anyway, we're actually here to talk about the premiere of Terra Nova. We talk about the first 3 episodes, but we've missed the second 2. The first time is because we got the time wrong. Thought I'd be on at 9. Turned out I was on at 8. And this third one, we just completely forgot, which in and of itself doesn't speak well for Terra Nova.
Yeah, obviously, we weren't that drug in by the pilot. I mean, we thought some of the parts of the pilot were cliche.
To say the least.
You know, the rebellious teenager who does something stupid. Especially a rebellious teenager, a group of rebellious teenagers in a situation where being rebellious can get you dead in a heartbeat.
And they're supposed to be, you know, the responsible ones. I mean, they're thought to be so responsible. They had their own jobs and their own hut. They no longer had to live with their parents.
And yet.
Hello?
I mean, what are they rebelling against? Each other?
I don't know.
The fact that there's a leader? Give me a break.
Yeah, not all teenagers are rebellious idiots. Swear to God,
slobbered
folks.
on my table. Sorry.
Of course, basically, visually, it was very, very nice. But there were several plot points that are troublesome. In the future that it predicts, there is such strict population controls that if you have a third child, essentially men in jackboots will break into your house and take said child away. But if there was
Apparently, you have to have that one at home because if you have it in the hospital, you're not leaving the hospital with the baby.
Yeah. But the thing is, if population control was that serious, after you had your second child, you'd be sterilized because that'd be the fastest, easiest, most guaranteed way to make sure there weren't more children than could be handled.
Yeah.
You and your mate would be sterilized, just period.
You did your share. You don't get to do it anymore. I don't care if you do get a divorce and have other mates. You have created as many children as you're allowed to create.
But, and what do they do with the extra child?
Guess which of the two of us has had a kid? Yeah. But she's right. It would be that virtually impossible to bring another one into the world
Without it being found out.
Yeah.
And basically we start out with this family who's had a third child, and she's about 2 or 3, and they've managed to keep her 3, and they've managed to keep her hidden up until now. Okay, fine, but what are you going to do when she gets older and needs to? Okay, they're homeschooling her, I guess. Although how they're doing that when one is a doctor and the other is a cop, and this must be away from home a lot. But I guess they're homeschooling her. But what are they going to do when she's to go out in the world and find a job? How are they going to explain her then?
That's not really her, you know. Maybe they're just figuring if they can get her up to a certain age.
Nothing can be done.
Yeah.
Of course, one of the other problem is, the baby, the people come crashing in, the dad gets arrested for fighting them. They never actually say what they were going to do with the little girl. Were they going to put her in a foster home? Were they going to kill her?
After all, the idea is she's using up too many resources. So simply fostering her out is not the answer. But they didn't put her down either.
Nope.
So what's the point of taking her away?
I mean, from what we can tell, she eventually got left with the family since with dad in prison. They are once again a family of 4. But then she's still using up resources, and so is the dad.
Yeah, because they didn't put him down either. They just put him in jail. It didn't make sense.
No.
Nobody thought it through.
And of course, the biggest thing that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, the whole point of Terra Nova is the idea that we've found a crack in time to what we think is about 85 million years in the past, and we're going to colonize. Now, they say right off that, from what they can tell, every test shows this is a new timeline. Okay.
Well, sure it is. We just created one by going back in the past.
Okay, that's fine. But is there any reason to believe in this new timeline the Earth isn't still going to, at some point, get smashed by a gigantic planet killer meteor? They're still gonna die. Unless they can manage to make a meteor-proof bomb shelter and something that will have enough food and what have you to live through the who knows how long ice age that follows. Nuclear
winter, yeah.
Hello, people.
Look what you did. Look what you did.
Like I said, visually it was very nice, and it's not like it was all bad. There were parts of it that we liked, but these big glaring holes was like, wait a minute. It was very cute watching the now 6-year-old child feed a branch to a brontosaurus, or maybe that was
Brachiosaur.
Brachiosaur, yeah.
That was
long
cool.
neck.
That was actually a very lovely, cool moment. especially when she's hanging from the branch because she didn't let go and she's kicking her little feet.
Yep.
And mom and dad come out like, ah! And then she just drops. She's fine. She's just feeding a cow.
Okay, granted, if she hadn't let go and the cow kept lifting its head, it would have been one hell of a drop.
Dad would have got under her. He would have had a few broken ribs, but what the heck? That's what dads are for.
Yep.
I got my own little brachiosaur here.
But what else?
So you liked that?
Well, okay, we have a little mystery du jour of strange carvings in the rock. Now, it turns out at the end of the
mystery du jour. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
They're saying that it's at the moment, missing son of the leader of the head camp. There are two different camps. But you know, even in this situation, humans divide themselves. Can't we come together for anything? But anyway, they're saying it's his son doing it. Unfortunately, I'm very, very disappointed because when they first introduced us to these strange rock carvings, my reaction was, this isn't Earth. This isn't 85 million years in the past. This is an alien planet that just so happens to have dinosaur-like creatures. There were no humans 85 million years ago. We literally couldn't know the difference. The moon...
See, she's a better writer than they are.
I mean, I'll give them points for one thing in regards to the moon, that they remember that 85 million years ago, the moon is closer to the Earth and thus bigger in the sky. That they got right. But,
one. Had to get one something right, didn't they?
Yeah. Not all that much closer.
Yeah. For what we understand, it would be that much closer, but still. And the thing is, the moon itself would look different because, after all, 85 million years worth of impacts on its surface would make it look a little different.
And you know, green cheese ages a lot in 85 million years. What do you want?
Anyway, like we said, we haven't seen the other two episodes. Maybe they were better. We'll try and remember to catch the fourth. But
we've got them recorded. We'll watch them.
Maybe.
Pretty sure we have them recorded. I think your brother set the thing up.
Well, we can check our TiVo. But anyway, the premiere itself, issues. Your sci-fi geeks.
Big issues.
Your sci-fi geeks. We're willing to go for the time travel thing. But as the saying goes, we're willing to suspend our sense of disbelief, not hang it by the neck until it's dead. So,
Please.
It might get better. A lot of shows will start with a rather weak beginning and get better.
Mm-hmm.
We can't...
Get your nose away from those.
Just a moment, please. Our darling little land shark.
Stop that. And we got two of them, unfortunately. His brother is nowhere around at the moment.
Anyway, the point is, the premiere wasn't terrible, but it had a lot of issues.
But it had holes. It had issues. Mm-hmm. And if that's an example of the writing, where are the writers of SG-1? These people were intelligent.
Yes.
And they wrote intelligently. Most of the time.
Well, considering they had like 10 seasons, was it?
10
and
seasons.
to my memory, they had a grand total of maybe 5 episodes that were bad. I think they did pretty well, I think.
Yeah, pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Astoundingly well.
Yes.
And even the bad ones have their moments. You know?
Oh, yes. And another big problem, again, involving the teenagers.
Back to Terra Nova.
Yeah, back to Terra Nova. I just remembered another problem. They're the newly arrived families are supposed to go to an orientation. Makes perfect sense. Teenage boy decides to skip it. He is warned, don't eat anything yet. Your body isn't used to this place yet. He meets these other teenagers who not only encourage him to go ahead and skip orientation, they hand him some fruit and say, chow down. What? Do they have a contest to see if they can make the new guy turn green?
And as far as we can tell, there were no ill effects.
Mm-hmm. So they just
contradicted
themselves.
So, yeah, there was really actually no reason why he shouldn't go ahead and eat the food there. They needed for him to at least have diarrhea or something.
Or
it's like, oh my God, my body didn't know what to do with that, and throw up.
Vomit, diarrhea, heartburn, something.
Something. But yeah, they'd say one thing that seemed to make sense, and then they'd contradict themselves.
Yep. So
and again, these are the intelligent, responsible teenagers acting grossly irresponsible and encouraging this new guy to act grossly irresponsible, and they aren't even bothering to fill him in on stuff you need to know. Mm-hmm. I mean, it would have been a good way to fill us in on.
Yes.
Stuff.
Have them, in essence, do his orientation.
Yeah, plot exposition has to go somewhere, and that would have been a great place. Okay, look, you're new here. You shouldn't really be eating that yet because it'll make you sick. Mm-hmm. Well, what should I eat? Well, you can eat this. How do you know? I've just got here. Because anybody can eat that. Just go.
No,
Babies can
only
eat that.
one person has had trouble with that so far. So.
And he has an allergy, so go for it.
Exactly.
Or even don't eat any of these things. You can, but here's the you can go with us, but you'll have to, orient him themselves. Fill them in on some stuff because we didn't get to go to orientation either since none of them went.
Nope.
That's the other thing is the teenager was supposed to go to orientation. Mom and Dad didn't have to.
Yeah.
Why not? Dad especially because he kind of escaped from jail and ran through the portal without being properly processed and all that good stuff. And as my husband points out, orientation would have been on in present time before they were sent back. You don't send them back and then give them orientation. You might give them some more once you get them there.
Yes.
These are the things we've learned now that we've been here a while. But
Since apparently communicating back and forth is very, very difficult.
and you don't go back. Once you're there, you're there. You can't go home.
Yep.
So and that makes sense too. As far as they can tell, this crack in time, they didn't make it.
No.
It's just there.
Yes.
So
Hopefully they'll explain where it came from.
The TARDIS blew up.
the TARDIS blew up.
Oh, well then. But yeah, like we said, there's a chance it will get better. But the pilot left us distinctly underwhelmed.
Yeah, really
There are
did.
just too many things that did not add up, and we're like, well, this is rude to say, but they were stupid.
What can you say?
Well, first impressions on the pilot of Terra Nova.
Yeah.
We'll try and watch a few more episodes to see if it gets better, but honestly,
And we haven't
not too
actually
high
watched.
right now.
Well, we watched 2 or 3 episodes of Alphas, but then we had a lot of different things that got in the way. We've got like 7 episodes recorded that we need to sit down and watch and find out if we actually like it. So if there's anybody out there who's been watching it who does like it, feel free to write and tell us. Yeah, Alphas is cool. Also, Terra Nova. Tell us what you think of Terra Nova.
Yes. Guess that wraps that up.
Yep. Yes, that does wrap that up.
Bye-bye.